Hi and welcome back. So I've been making some more progress. So we've got the antenna made now, brass pipe, put a bit of UV resin in the end to seal it over, and that's sprayed aluminium. Gun handles done. Again, I've put some solar resin here to cover up them layer lines. Got the other side still to do, and then they need to be painted, but we've got the blue done. This piece is all finished. The dial that goes at the back is all painted, ready to be connected together, and all the gun barrel is done. This in aluminium and the rest of it in chrome. Not a great deal of difference, but just enough so it does stand out as being different. So I'm going to get these epoxied together. Other side of this done, and then painted grey and the trigger painted grey. And we will probably have another look. Okay, so we're making some progress here. So gun barrel is all together. Needs to do some touch up. You can see there I did some filler in where that connects, so that needs repainting. But I'm going to wait till I have the silver paint back out for other bits I've got to do, so I'm not loading up just for like a tiny little touch. I've got the handles done for the rifle now. I may go back in and darken this. I'm undecided yet. Obviously this part is painted, which brings us to the shoulder part, which this originally, hold on, let's get so we can go in, fits in and it turned. But to do that, we'd then have to connect it while it's in place, and it's going to leave us a really nasty seam line to go back in and clean up after it's all in place, which is going to be awkward to get to, etc. So what I'm thinking is, most of the time when you're using the rifle, the shoulder part would be upright. Very rarely is it seen that way on. So I think we're going to do it permanently upright. So we're going to cut that piece off so we can eventually epoxy it in, which means I can stick this together now, get the seam lines all filled back in, paint it up, and it'll look a lot better like that, I think. So I'm going to get this part finished, and we'll have a look at these, because I think we'll do this last bit in a separate video on its own, because there's so much work to do on it. So I'll be back when this is epoxied together, painted and cleaned up, for one final look at these pieces. Right, so everything I'm going to do in this part, this video, is now done. Shoulder handle for the gun. I've done this in rubber black. There's little bits we can see, but that's going to be hidden because that's going to be up against the rear of the gun, so I'm not worried about that. But much better idea this was, putting it together, cleaning it up as best as I could with the bloody awful plastic, whatever it's made of, and painted rubber black, so I think that's going to look good. We looked at these. I'll touch up the paint on this when I get the silver out for the last part. I did end up cutting this little bit off the end, and this fits really, really snug. So I'm in two minds whether I should epoxy it or not, or just leave it. I think the problem I might have is if it's being held, when it's all together, all it takes is one slip out if it's not epoxied and it's going to bloody break. So as nice as it seems, I am going to epoxy it. But that's everything I'm going to do in this video. Next time, we're going to tackle final piece, the front. And when we put it together, we'll get the clear part round there as well. So next video completion, but for this time, thank you for watching. Keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you. Goodbye.